Good morning, respected teachers. I myself, Anand Raj of Standard 9 is present before you all with my English project. So, English, my topic was to say about work and life of any one poet of our book which is mentioned, whom I like or whom I am inspired to. So, I am inspired to Sir Robert Frost. He's my one of the favorite poet, and his was like not most, but it was a famous poet, but it is my favorite poem from his because of his thoughts and his ideas are the road not taken. So it is, yeah, by Robert Frost. He is the poet of this poem. So life of the Robert Frost, what it says, so it is that he was born on 26 March 1874 in San Francisco, California. He spent first 11 years of his life there until his journalist father, William Perry Scott Frost, died due to tuberculosis. It's very sad for any son that his father gets died due to a disease or such as tuberculosis. So what was, as his father was no more now, so what does he decided that now he will take the path of the in which father used to go or wants to go, that path he will follow. So following his father's passing, he moved with his mother and sister to the town of Lawrence. So when his father was no more, as we know, he moved with his father and sister to the town of Lawrence. Now something, it was a life of, now something work of Robert Frost. So it's very good. Sir Robert Frost was poet of many famous poems such as Fire and Ice, Melting Wall, Bridges, Out, and many more. Actually, it's very more, almost 10 to 12 poems I have seen. They were very famous, but I wrote some only because just it's very simple that these poems which I have written, one of the best poems you can say they were at that time. It was very famous, and see, after there I have already said my favorite poem. So it says that Robert Frost, the poet, he wrote actually many, but these are, according to me, these are those four: that are Fire and Ice, Melting Walls, Bridges, Out. So one of his most famous, I know most, but one of his famous poem was Road Not Taken, wrote in 1916. So this message is actually clear from the lines, and he won four Pulitzer prizes. So actually these was the prizes which were for the authors actually in this field of literature, and writings. These were given to those to poets. So that was what he won, four of those, Robert Frost. So it was also given in my project that to mention some poems. So actually my one of second most favorite was this Fire and Ice. I love this what he want to say. So I wrote only one, that is Fire and Ice. So I will just want to read it first and then explain it also. So some say the world would end in fire. Some say in ice. For what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to pursue twice, I think I know enough to hate. To say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Now, what does this line means? It's actually simple only. It says that some say the world would end in fire, some say in ice. This means that some people are there who says that due to heat, due to increase in temperature, the fire will be all around on the world, and the world will be destructed through those fires. Then some says that due to ice, here ice refers to the melting glaciers that are present, leading to continuous flow of water, increase in level of water, that, and it leads into, it leads to two destructive things. Firstly, it's to decrease of water, pure water for drinking, and the second is increase in ocean, increase in sea level, leading to floods. So now, for what I have tasted of desire, So here he says that he have tasted of desire. What this means, that the desire of the person, when he heard this, he thought from him, he asked from himself this thing, that what will happen. So I hold with those who favor fire. He says that first he thought that he was in the favor of those who say that a world will end with fire because of increase in regular increase in temperature. And but then he says, but if it had to pursue twice, but if here he said, if the I asked from myself once again this question, I think I know enough to hate. Now what does these line means? It means the first we said that he was in fire, then he said, but when he asked it again, then he got some chances that no, ice can also be, he can take favor of ice also instead of fire. So that the enough of hate, he says, that means he knew that when he said fire, there are two things which can be seen from. First, when he said fire, the support who are against the fire with the ice would means he show hate to him. Or second is that his own self, when he say of fire, his own self don't agree with it, because there are chances no that ice can also come. So how can he be with fire only? So that this line means to say that for destruction ice is also great. So what does these mean? It says that it can be that I have explained, but I am just explaining again. It can be said that ice is very good for measure of destruction also, as I said, due to flood, due to decrease in drinking water, pure water, and would surface, and that would lead to anything which will come, either fire or ice, will lead to suffer. So first I will say, from that's all which I want to say from the video. Thank you, and I hope you like my video.